it's Tom here, and Hungary have beaten England 4-0. This is England's biggest home defeat since 1928, which just absolutely blows my mind. And also Hungary inflicted the biggest away defeat in England's entire football history. In 1954 we beat them 7-1 at home. What do you think about the game? Do you think Gareth Southgate should be sacked? He has been living off the credit of the last World Cup and the last Euros, where England got very lucky with the draws and went to the semi-final of the World Cup and to the finals of the Euros. But Gareth Southgate isn't good enough, in my opinion, to be the England manager. I mean, England's whole squad was 12 times more expensive than the whole Hungary squad, and they have just lost 4-0 at home to a nation which they have beaten 4-0 away from home just 10 months ago. I know, because I was at the game at the Puskás Arena and we lost 4-0 at home to England. What a turnaround, and this is an absolutely historic, amazing result and an incredible performance. Of course we weren't 4 goals better than England throughout the whole 95 minutes, because England actually started very well on the front foot and Hungary had to make some really good defensive blocks and defensive saves. But huge credit goes to our Italian manager Marco Rossi, who set up the team so well that we are seeing Hungary play as well as they have ever played in my lifetime. For the last like 20-25 years I've been watching this Hungary national team. This is our best team, and this is, I think this Nations League tournament is for the Hungary team at least, the best tournament that they have played in. We are playing even better than at the Euros, and you know that at the Euros lots of people fell in love with how Hungary played and the results that we did, but we are going even better. Now we are adding big wins against big nations away from home. I mean, how would have thought England would lose home and away to Hungary? I honestly never thought I would witness something like this in my lifetime. I'm absolutely over the moon and so blessed. And Roland Sallai was my man of the match. He scored 2 goals for Hungary, and this was actually his third goal away against England. 3 goals he scored. The last time a player scored in 2 games away from home against England was a Swedish player in 1995 and 2001. So it hasn't happened. That hasn't happened also for more than 20 years. Absolutely amazing performance, and the goals were actually really spectacular as well. England were absolute shambles, but first I want to praise this Hungary team, because the coach Marco Rossi set us up so well. We are tactically, honestly, one of the best teams in the world when it comes to nullifying the opposition, playing tactically to our strength, and it was absolutely mind-blowing to see how England, with such a great big squad of players, they have so much firepower. Harry Kane, Tammy Abraham, Phil Foden, Mason Mount, and other players, Bukayo Saka, Jack Grealish, and they couldn't score against Hungary 1 goal. They couldn't score 1 goal both home and away. Hungary kept 2 clean sheets against England, and England are in danger of getting relegated to Group B. And Hungary are actually, I think they need 1 more point to stay in the highest division, the A division. But actually I'm greedy. I want Hungary to win this group, something that would be honestly one of the biggest miracles, and I want Hungary to play a playoff semi-final in the UEFA Nations League. How amazing an achievement that would be. And we actually have a chance, because we play Germany away and then Italy at home, and I'm definitely going to the Italy home game. I'm also working on editing the Hungary-Germany match vlog, which will be probably up sometime this week. I just really want to make it a special video, because this team is a special team and it deserves all the special praise that it is getting. Of course, Gareth Southgate will be excused by some in the English media, because for some reason the English media always has a bias for English managers. But Gareth Southgate, yes, he was an England international, but he was a pretty mediocre coach and a mediocre manager before he became the England manager. I never understood why England has this obsession of appointing only managers that are English. Yes, they failed with Sven-Göran Eriksson and Fabio Capello and other foreign managers, But what qualifies Gareth Southgate to be the England manager when he has to work with world-class players who are playing Champions League football every year? And Gareth Southgate wouldn't even get a job at a club like, I don't know, Southampton. A Premier League club wouldn't touch him with a stick. He's not good enough. I think he was manager of Middlesbrough previously and maybe some other clubs as well, but nothing really like even near the Premier League level. So what qualifies Gareth Southgate to be the England manager? Yes, he coached the England under-21 side, I think, for a period, and yes, they got success there. And yes, Gareth Southgate, since I think Sir Alf Ramsey, who won the World Cup in 1966, on paper he is England's most successful manager because he got to a European Championship final, he got to a World Cup semi-final. But you have to put those results in context. You have to see how England plays. And I'm convinced that with a better manager, you don't even need a Jurgen Klopp or a Pep Guardiola level manager. You just need to have a progressive manager who can set up a team to play attacking football and who can get the best out of the incredible attacking talent that England have. Don't tell me that England are getting the best out of their attacking players, because they are not. And I'm pretty convinced with a better manager, with a more attacking minded, with a more progressive manager, England actually could have won the Euros, because Italy were there for the taking. They were 1-0 down after 2 minutes and England just sat back and played defensively for pretty much the whole game. And they just waited for Italy to score. With a better manager, I'm pretty convinced that England would achieve great things. What will happen now? Probably Gareth Southgate will stay on because he's living off the credit of the last World Cup, the last Euros. And then England will go out pretty early at the World Cup as soon as they get paired up against the big team. And then Gareth Southgate will be sacked, but it will be another wasted World Cup for this really, really awesome generation. There is an argument to be made that this England team and this England squad, for the whole squad, it might have even better players and even bigger talents than the last Joe Golden generation, which was the David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Rio Ferdinand, John Terry era. Maybe defensively England were better back then, but attacking players, with the variety of attackers that England have at their disposal, with they have a world-class striker in Harry Kane, they have world-class wingers and also very, very good attacking players, and England are just not getting the best out of them because Gareth Southgate is just out of his depth when it comes to this international stage. I mean, to get played off the park by Hungary, who was in the last 15-20 minutes, they were dominating, they were enjoying themselves, they were passing the ball around, they were playing with swagger, with bravery, with heart, with soul, with passion, and also with quality. And England were they looked lost, they looked absolutely lost, they just looked like they wanted to be anywhere but on the football pitch. The crowd booed the England at the end of the game, and they also chanted, "You don't know what you're doing," at Gareth Southgate. And I think that pretty much sums up him and this era of England for the last 1 year since the European Championship final. For Hungary, I think this was a brilliant performance. Roland Sallai scored 2 great goals. Also, shout out to Adam Martin, who is actually the top scorer of the Hungarian Championship. 31 goals in 32 games. He's built like a tank, like a big absolute unit, and he came on and he, I think, was involved in 3 Hungary goals. He got assists for 2 of them, and also Gazdag, who is playing in the MLS for Philadelphia, came on as a substitute and dinked Ramsdale absolutely brilliantly. You have an argument that Aaron Ramsdale on another day, with a better goalkeeper, probably England don't concede 4 goals, but I think this result signifies how bad Gareth Southgate is getting the tactics, and how out of his depth he is. I just don't like him at all. But I'm just enjoying I'm just enjoying this. I'm just enjoying the biggest win in Hungary's history since the 1950s. I think we can safely say that was the Magic Magyars, the golden generation of Hungary, which got to the World Cup final. and we won against England at Wembley 6-3. This result is an even bigger win, which is absolutely amazing. I didn't think that we could top the 6-3 famous win. And by the way, the replay of that was the first time a nation outside of England have beaten England, and England wanted a revenge. They wanted a return game. We organized a return game for them in 1954. That was in 1953, and in 1954 England came to Hungary and they lost 7-1, and that is still to this day England's biggest ever defeat. But now, since 1928, this is England's biggest home defeat against Hungary. Absolutely staggering. I really love my nation. I'm so proud to be from Hungary. Come on guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like. See you later. Goodbye.